to Pinax TV. So now name no. We always come here to give you all the latest happenings in our beloved country, Ghana. Now, and then no investigative journalists Anas Aremeyao Anas, meaning me boss Papa Wedia. There's a fraction of people who believe that this man actually is not doing a good job because people feel say on a style of journalism. No, basically what he does is that he does entrapment or he entraps people in the name of doing an expose or an investigative journalism. And because of that, Ghana for be na any the Juma home. But there's also a very vast number of people who also believes Anas Aremia Anas's works is actually what is actually bringing or making corruption fade away in this country. In the sense, obi ye bibi kra na so say now what if say nipa na me ne daily na corruption activities where I'm currently doing, what if say Anas Aremia Anas or no na me ne daily Anas Aremia Anas po or te baby or the camera atram. So because of that, it has have a very huge impact on your friend is saying corruption activities here in Ghana. I know because corruption and core it can never go, but you say corruption has actually decreased by a whole lot of number. No, we got a breaking news. Actually, this news came yesterday. Now all the news on various media portals was saying it's a BBC, that's the British Broadcasting Corporation. Anas Aremia Anas on your Jumano information about out HSA. BBC no, they've actually went into or they've actually gone into a meeting with Anas Aremia Anas. The message which came out was that Anas Aremia Anas wanted to do a particular investigation. And BBC said no, they are not going to actually be part of this investigation. What's small, they've actually told Anas Aremia Anas not to proceed with that particular investigative piece or person or yeah. Now let me break this down. Wow, would say me I don't know the genesis and the whole whereabouts of this story. You actually get to know deeper. Now, a year in dra and a year report a buy. Let me just give you the report. Then we dive into what Anas Aremia Anas is now saying to his critics. According to reports, now a year in sa a kai and dra no, it suggested say a year BBC and Anas Aremia Anas they were actually in some sort of a verbal confrontation as they were in a sort of a misunderstanding, and all this misunderstanding came from the fact that Anas Aremia Anas he felt say he's been doing investigation in Ghana, in Guinea, in Nigeria, in most African countries, but then he feels say he has now got to a particular level. He's grown wings and now he wants to actually move to a bigger level. So he was thinking, said, no, they be a Ghana. You see, I mean, I be a local champion. I want to move and be the next big thing that the whole world will see. Said, no, Anas Aremia Anas. I mean, he's a worldwide phenomenon, or he's a worldwide household name. So he said that he was going to investigate, friend is saying the British, and I said the UK. He was going to do a special investigation in the UK. This particular investigation, Anas Aremia, he intended to do, and he was going to investigate the UK political class, and I said the UK political class, which involves the leaders and its politicians, and also he was going to actually go into details about corruption activities and match fixing in the English Premier League, and also racial abuses in the UK universities, which is focusing on lecturers and university authorities. Let me break this down. Anas Aremia Anas he wanted to actually open up his wings, which means say Juma now no person or the court international. Once I investigation usually is in Ghana here. So he actually told BBC say he wants to investigate three bodies in the UK. He wanted to investigate their leadership, that's their political framework and their political system, which involved their politicians and their leadership. He also wanted to investigate the corruption activities in the English Premier League, because GF in Sensemne Ba Ghana has said corruption is everywhere, and even in the English Premier League there's corruption there. And the third one is that he wanted to actually investigate the racial abuses, and I say there's the racial abuses in the UK universities. Because the racial abuses and I just say Ghana former school abush, and I say blacks are living outside the country, and because of their color, their race color, no, they don't treat them well, and I say they don't give them a fair advantage like those of the white people, and I said the UK citizens who have a white skin tone. It's because of that Anas Aremia Anas actually targeted these three bodies UK he wanted to investigate. But then all these proposal we in and I hear the British Broadcasting Corporation coming out and say no, No, Anas Arimiyao Anas, no. It's like say an per se, you move, you don't want to cut your coat according to your size, and we are not actually going to allow you to do this particular investigation. And they even went on further to say, Anas Arimiyao Anas, if you really want to do this investigation, we will not allow you, and we will do everything possible to stop you. And what's more, whatever investigation you want to do in the UK, it is not in the best interest of the British Broadcasting Corporation. Also, we will not even allow you in the first place. They even cited a reason, sir. We told you to help your friend is a Modi, who is an investigative journalist or a radio presenter in Nigeria who did the Search for Grace, to do an investigation on Search for Grace in your country. You equivocally declined to be part of this particular investigation. Now you want to investigate UK. We are not going to allow that. It's a news nearby, and the Ghanaians was shocked. Say, now UK for are we still living in the 19th century? In fact, are we even still living in the slave era? Are we still living in the slave era? Because this Anas Arimiyao Anas, he's been investigating Ghana for so long. If he feels say he's been investigating Ghana and now he wants to come and investigate the town that you are in, the UK, the mess, the Brexit, the lecturers who are causing racial abuses and also racism in your country, he wants to come and investigate that. Why would you allow him to investigate all of these things? And why do you want to stop him? So Eba is Ghana for be brave wolfwa as now share comments Eba. In fact, me myself, when I saw the whole thing, I said I'm not shocked, because Ghana there, as I said earlier on, and I've been saying in my subsequent videos and my previous video, Ghana itself, we are still under slavery, and I say we are still mentally enslaved, because I see no reason that BBC will get up, take their camera, take their crew, and come and investigate corruption in Ghana. Are you telling me say corruption does not go on in the UK? Are you telling me say high crime and misdemeanors don't go on at the UK? Are you telling me so all of these things don't happen in the UK? All of these things go on. Many can say just a few weeks ago we did a story on the Ghanaian boy who was stabbed. The streets of London is so much infested in crime. They are not even talking about that. Sadiq Khan, who is the mayor of London, is not actually paying attention to solving this menace. But they have the guts, the authority, and everything to actually come into our country and also do an investigative piece. So these are the voices of Ghanaians who are backlashing the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC, for this. But then just in time, we woke up this morning and immediately we entered into our recording studio to do this story. We got an information say, Anas Arimiyao Anas about out Abekasa in Sema, or the head and tail of it all is that fake news, fake news, just like what Donald Trump actually says each and every time. Now, on the Twitter handle, as we are showing a preview on the screen, is that he posted the story. He said, revealed, BBC rejects Anas Arimiyao Anas expose corruptions in the UK's national institutions, and Anas Arimiyao Anas actually screenshot one of these stories, and one of the popular tabloids here in Ghana, or the Tony official Twitter handle, even Facebook handle, or caption and say, Anas DBB etowa. Their boy, as you can see on the screen, it shows and says fake news. Now, me, I'm not actually going to say fake news. The question is, somebody cannot just get up out of the blues and make up these stories. Before something like this will come on, any panel and I say is the person has been got an information based on what is currently happening. What I say, so somebody cannot just come and concoct a story for views or what, which means in every room of piano there's a little bit of iota of truth, and I stand to believe maybe the whole thing won't be true, but there's a part of it it is true, because over the course of time and over the course of the month we've seen the Anas Arimiyao Anas, the Tiger IPI, and also the BBC friendship is actually not going on well. There's some kind of friction between these two parties, because let's take for example the Search for Grace Ebaye. Why did Anas Arimiyao Anas not actually go and be part, and he didn't actually avail himself to be part of this particular investigative piece BBC? There were a whole lot of questions regarding that. Joy TV said Anas Arimiyao Anas was actually given a proposition. He was actually if anything, he was actually visited by the BBC team and told about this particular upcoming Search for Grace expose, but then Anas Arimiyao Anas declined to be a part of it for reasons he cited. Say he was busy with other important things. So the question is, in all of these things about Anas Arimiyao Anas Abeka say fake news, to me there could be an iota of truth. And I'm not saying it's investigating our corrupt society and our corrupt bodies here in Ghana is bad. It's not bad, but then if we are doing something, we need to do it free and fair. If Anas Arimiyal Anas. He claims to be an investigative journalist, and he has been investigating Ghana for so long and all of our corrupt activities here in Ghana. Then I think it's high time he also moves to the UK and do the same thing. In fact, he should even go and investigate the political circles and I said their systems, just like what he is saying. Let's see if he's going to find a corrupt official or not. The head and tail of what I'm saying is that a Krobia Mensa womb in every town, there's a bad thing or there's a bad myth. It's just there. So we shouldn't just focus on all of these things that every time that we want to denigrate our social institutions here in Ghana by doing some sort of unnecessary investigations. At the end of the day, it just puts Ghana name on the map as a bad country, or it just dents our good image here in the country, especially on the global stage. Please subscribe to our channel if you are new here, and also kindly like and share this video to your various social media handles. We'll do well to bring you more updates concerning all of these particular issues that we phrase right here on Pinax TV. Thank you so much for watching.